All right, so today we are doing... All right, what's going on, everybody? This is Mark from Solar Games, and today we are going to do another box of Innistrad Midnight Hunt set booster, and just see kind of what we get. So if you have watched this channel before, you know I love to talk about numbers within the packs. So as an example, these set boosters, there's 30 of them. Just as a reminder, 30 packs. They are also a little bit less number-wise per pack cards than your draft boosters. So these are going to have basically around 12 cards. I think a little bit more for the Innistrad, but yeah. And of course that doesn't include your list card and those other special cards, but let's dive right in. First off, what's in a set booster? So I'll kind of go slow for everybody who's new to these packs, for the first couple packs. You first get a art card that is special in the set booster. Then you get a land, which again, this is just a special thing for Innistrad. You're gonna get this like special for art lands. They're actually really nice, you know. They kind of remind me of like etch lands a little bit. They got this like, I don't know if I can just get the light to shine the right direction here. You can kind of see how the border is embossed a little bit. It's cool. It's just good looking. Then you're gonna get your set of commons. Usually it's 3 to 4 right here. Then you go into uncommons, which is basically about 2 or 3, because so you get 2, but then the third one could be special here. So this one could be sometimes like your mythic rare could be here, special frame, etc. So they all go into this slot right here. Okay. Then you're gonna get 2. Basically, they're flip cards, so of any rarity. So these 2 are both uncommon. One is special frame, one is not. Then you have your rare. Then you have your foil, which is 1 per pack, and then you have the last card. So if we count all the cards in total, that's 4, 3 here, so it's 7. Add in 2, 9, 10, 11, 12. So again, set boosters have 12 playable cards. Yeah, versus a draft booster, usually you're looking at 15 cards, plus maybe like the lands with really 16 cards, okay? So there's the art card, and second, this is a foil land. So you can see that's the foiling. It's a little bit subtle with the Eternal Night showcase frame. So there's actually 2 showcase frames for Innistrad Midnight Hunt. There's the Eternal Night showcase frame, then there's also the Equinox. So these cards here with the kind of like a brush or wood, whatever, that's the Equinox showcase frame. And these black and white type of frames here, these are the Eternal Night. So they're just, that's the difference, okay? 1, 2, 3. Commons, so this one has 3, 1, 2. Special card is a Vision of Glory. So this is one of the Commander exclusives cards. So as you can see, this is a card that's actually from the Innistrad Commander sets, and then it's just going to be exclusive for this these packs here, these set boosters. You won't find this card in draft booster, but then you find them in set boosters because set booster is kind of meant for you to open for collection. So there's another one of these Equinox frames. You're going to get really used to it as we go. Here's your 2 flip cards here, right? Common, common. Of course, your Graveyard Trespasser flip card. She is basically trespassing the graveyard, but if you flip her over, she eats corpses. So pretty interesting. I love the art and concept of Innistrad. I love the flip cards. They're just so interesting, you know. And I think this set definitely, and maybe it will be different from Crimson Vow, which I expect to have flip cards as well. But this set especially, a lot more werewolf flip cards and ghosts and geists. And the other part of it too is I feel like the fear element is tuned down a little bit because really in this Innistrad, we're celebrating kind of like a harvest festival. Except it's going to be crashed by the werewolves. So I guess it's not that great, but you know, yeah. So again, 2 of these showcase frames here. You have your uncommon, a rare, foil, and that's it. All right, so another exclusive thing that's in the set booster is something called the list card, which we haven't seen yet, but once we get to it, I'll show you. Okay, there's the land. Again, Plains was a big missed opportunity here. So the plain Eternal Night land, I think is a little bit bare for what it is. Oh, come on, it's not focusing now. It's focusing fine before. There you go. Yeah, so you notice how like other frames like Swamp is, so obviously being black and white, it's hard to do a frame where you would show. But the swamps use purple now, and I think maybe consider using gold for plains. I know it's not quite, maybe not quite gold, maybe like a little bit like a yellowish. That could work. Yeah, I think it would just look a lot better to have that kind of definition instead of making the card look almost like just like black and white. And maybe there's a lore to that. Maybe some people really like that. So, all right, 2 of the double-sided cards. Memory Deluge is our rare, and we have a foil flip card here. And our list card is Sleeping Potion. It's Sleeping Potion. From what is that? Shoot, Future Sight? No, that's Time Spiral, Future Sight, and what's the other one? I think that's Future Sight, yeah, with the spirals. That looks like it. All right, so we have a force here. 1, 2, 3 commons. Uncommon, uncommon. So this is supposed to be our special, but it's going to just be this. So uncommon. Okay, 2 of these. A Shady Traveler, a Dire Strain Rampage, and Eaten Alive is our foil. All right. So how many mythics are in a set booster? Well, it really depends. Average across all the special frames, etc., you should be expecting about 5, I think, per booster box. Yeah. Okay. So this is a mythic in the middle. So this is after 2 uncommons. This special slot, this mythic is one of the commander exclusives from the set. So I'll just show you up close. Yeah, so it's a pretty useful thing for commander sets, and again, you find them only in set boosters. Okay, Will Geist is our rare, Cathar Commando is our foil, and then we get a day. Actually, I should do it right here. Get a day token. So the day token I want to show everybody. It's kind of cool. So because Innistrad has day and night cycles, so you're gonna have day, explains how that works, and of course turns to night. It's just kind of neat. So. And basically what that means is all the cards, you notice how all the flip cards have a sun and a moon. Here's an example. There's a circle representing day side, and then a moon representing the night side. Or if you want to think about it like an eclipse, that's also correct thinking as well. All right, so art, we have the island. So we have the art for the island and the island itself. Kind of cool. All right, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and our special is Shady Traveler. Hound Tamer is the 3rd. The Celotus is our rare, and we have a Homestead Courage as our foil. All right. So the other mechanic that's really interesting in Innistrad is flashback. So for example, Homestead Courage is really interesting. It's sorcery speed, so not quite as good, but it does give a creature +1/+1 counter. Oh, let's get that focus going. Come on, always the foils. It's a little bit tricky. There you go. Yeah, so it's a +1/+1 counter, right, on target creature, and it gains vigilance, so you can attack with it, doesn't tap. Of course, you can flash it back as well once it hits a graveyard, so you can actually cast this twice and get 2 +1/+1 counters, etc. You probably want to do it over 2 turns or on 2 different creatures though, because you really, otherwise it's gaining vigilance twice is not as important or useful. So anyway, all right. So Bird Admirer, we have a Chaplain of Alms, we have a Vengeful Strangler, and our first mythic is the Intrepid Adversary. Yeah. Cool. All right, going to the next pack, I see a upside down card, so maybe that means it's a list card. Now, in the Innistrad set boosters, there are check cards, so it makes it so that it's kind of tough to know if it's a list card or a checklist card. So, yeah. All right, here we go. We have a Vision of Greed. There is a cycle of visions in the Commander special cards, so that's available. Rockfall Veil is our rare. We do have a foil mythic, Lier, Disciple of Drowned. So that goes right here. And we do have a list card, the Sacred Crone. So it's from, I think this is Morningtide, or Shadowmoor maybe. Morningtide. Sacrifices Crow, draw a card. Okay. Return target artifact creature card from your graveyard to play. I guess if you have a Scarecrow tribal. This is very interesting. Yeah, and it doesn't even cost tap, just one sack Crow, draw a card. So maybe it's also good for a sack outlet too, because it fuels you with cards and you get to just sack a Crow. All right, so there's our foil Swamp. 3, 1, 2. Special is just a Tavern Ruffian, and then of course a repeat. Tyler's Hauler. Our rare is Hallowed Respite. Unnatural Moonrise is our foil. So one of the problems, of course, with this type of collating is that you're going to get a lot of duplication on that slot. So that's annoying. Okay, so here's our first signed artist card. There we go. There we go. Focus. Yeah, so there's a little golden signature. That's how you can tell it's a special one, because it's signed, has the golden signature. 4, and yeah, 1, 2. Okay, our special is a overgrown farmland in the full art frame, non-foil. So that goes into the rare pile. Okay, 1 here, 1 here. Actually, this goes here. Tovolar, the Dire Overlord, is our rare, which is a very good rare. There's a lot of demand for that card right now because a lot of people have been wanting to build a werewolf commander deck, and Tovolar is kind of like the quintessential commander for werewolf. And the reason is because if you read the card, right, here we go. Basically, this card allows you to draw cards on wolves, and werewolves being entering deals damage to a player, right? Yeah, and if there's more werewolves, of course, you know, it becomes night, and then we transform all of our human werewolves to like actual werewolves. And when he transforms, he becomes, you know, even better. So pretty cool. Just a good rare overall. A lot of people are looking for that card for Commander. All right, Ritual of Hope. There is a cycle of ritual in the uncommon as well, so that is something interesting to look for. Defend the Celotus is our special card. It's just, you know, it's kind of like a flop for that slot. Shady, Patrician Ghast, Ecstatic Awakener, and an ad card. All right, so here's a Geist, Mountain, Howl. Okay, 1, 2. Our special here is Old Sticky Finger here. That's just in the kind of like a normal-ish frame. I'm gonna kind of rotate these piles a little bit, put them right here. Okay. Yeah, actually here, let me. Okay, so Croaking is our rare foil, so I'll put that over here. This is the Eternal Night frame, not the Equinox, so you can tell because it's all black and white, and it has that similar etching of the kind of like bordering. It's not really etched, but it's hard to describe it, but you can kind of see it like it's a different texture than the other ones. So yeah, yeah. And while the Equinox frames have common and uncommons, the Eternal Night is only lands or mythics and rares. Yeah, cool. Here we go. Planes, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, our special card is a Hound Tamer. Gale Drifter, our bird. Gissa. Okay, so talking about commander staples or cards, this is another really cool card from Innistrad. I think basically if you're looking, if you want to stop people from like basically playing graveyard stuff, Gissa is really great for that too. She can of course also spawn zombies, which is kind of nice. So, all right, our foil is the Forager, and of course we have an Expedition map as our list card. Not too expensive nowadays, there's so many of them, but still pretty useful for Commander, right? If you don't have one, well, you can buy one from me, but also, you know, it's just something you can also look forward to. They do seem pretty common in the set boosters recently, so if you're planning opening like some booster boxes, I think that's not something you really need to buy. So 2 cards in the uncommon. Our special is the Candle Grove Witch. We have this guy. We have this guy. It's a flip. Adeline. Okay, and then we have a Blood Thief, Stormkirk Blood Thief as our foil uncommon. Human Rogue. Beginning of your end step, if an opponent lost life this turn, put a 1/1 counter on target vampire you control. Pretty useful. Probably just good enough for draft. It's just 1 counter. It doesn't have like a lot of chaining, but otherwise it's decent. So Mountain, 2, 3, 4. Okay, Audric's Outrider, Rite of Oblivion, and of course our special is just this card. The Dawnheart Rejuvenator, okay. Yeah, Rite of Harmony, and of course this one. I love this card. It reminds me of like, what's that, Newman's? Like the brand of like food. You know, you have like Pa and Ma, right? But they're zombies, so pretty neat. Yeah. The flavor text says Aunt and Uncle Greyfeld loved dinner guests. So yes, they love guests that come over for dinner because they might be the dinner. 2, 3, 4, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Our special is Liasa, Forgotten Archangel. Wow. Okay, so another one of these Eternal Night frames. It's kind of nice. Actually, I really like some of these darker art. I think more than the art itself, I love this framing. I wish they would do this frame more often. It's very, I think the fact of having the dark background and then this frame really makes the art pop. So I like that. Okay, Dawn. Oh, our foil is Unnatural Growth. This is a pretty ridiculous card. So basically, it's enchantment, lots of greens, 4 greens. At the beginning of each combat, double the power and toughness of each creature you control until end of turn. So on your turn, on combat, actually, each combat, so every enemy's combat, every combat phase, your creatures are just twice as strong. Yeah, have fun. Basically, that's going to be a target for disenchant for sure, right? Okay, Forest, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, the Trainer, Dryad, Harvest Tide, Morning Patrol, Static Awakener, Awake to Slaughter, and Shipwreck Sifters, and Fracture Power Stone is our list card. Okay, so far I think we have 2 mythics, 3 if you count, yeah, I guess Lind, 3 mythics. It's not too bad, and we're maybe about 2/3 of the way through the box. 3, 4, okay. 1, 2, so Tovolar Huntmaster is our special frame rare. So put it right here, right there, okay. And Briar Bridge Tracker is our rare, and we have a Bait and Hook Angler, and Loyal Apprentice is our list card. Again, Loyal Apprentice, I think, was that, okay, Commander 2018 is the card from, okay, got it, yeah. It's pretty much only playable in Commander. The card itself calls for Commander, so it's, yeah, not really useful elsewhere, but still, it's a card. If you play Thopters, it's a card, Artifacts. Okay, 1, 2, Foul Play, and Infernal Grasp. We have the Shady Traveler, the Morning Patrol, Delver of Secrets, Curse of Leeches, Bramble Armor, and a check card. All right. Here we go. Island, Secret Key, Flip the Switch, Falcon Abomination, Pestilent Wolf. 1, 2, uncommon, the special card, common, uncommon, tome. Light Up the Night is our rare, Thraben Exorcism, and ooh, that's a great card, Achroma's Memorial. Basically, it makes all your cards pretty amazing. So the reason they include this card, and let me see if I have a copy of it, just give me a sec. I'm gonna leave it right here. Here we go. So part of this set is that they printed this card called Avacyn's Memorial. So now you have both memorials. It's kind of neat, right? So both angels have their own memorials, Chroma and Avacyn. Anyway, so this card is also available in this set booster. So, but it's the special commander card, so that's pretty neat as well. Yeah, a Chroma's Memorial, huh? That's just a fun card. Always useful in commander for sure. All right. Foil Mountain, 2, 3, 4. Ambusher. Okay, our Kessig is our special. Village Watch, the Shady Travelers are flip. Mask at Gristlebrand, and Consider. Consider, huh? It's our foil. All right, so I guess Chroma's Memorial is nowadays reprinted into Mythic. I don't think they had I don't think they had mythic rares in Future Sight yet. So, yeah. Right. Oh, a really, really cool history of a Chroma's Memorial. Let's see. Was it on this? Trample, haste, flying, first strike, filling, trample, for blind. Maybe it's not this card specifically. I remember Mark Rosewater talked about Chroma's Memorial, I think, in Future Sight, where it printed a keyword or something that doesn't exist yet. And that's the whole point of like Future Sight, was showing you what the future of Magic could be. So that was actually kind of cool. I think as a Chroma's Memorial, I think at the time of printing, flying, first strike, vigilance, they have haste. Yeah, I'm sure they had those things. Protection from black and protection from red. I don't know. I don't know what specifically was special about that card. All right. Here we go. Can't stay away. It's a bunch of cats trying to eat food. And this can bring creatures cards back from your graveyard with flashback. So that makes it even more fun. Do it twice. Okay. Foil Island, always welcome. Evolving Wilds, again, is in this set, but with a new art. So, I don't know, if you like Evolving Wilds, have a new art that's available for you as well. Okay. Go, Bird of Mire. This is a normal Bird of Mire. I honestly, I swear, I've seen the Equinox frame, Bird of Mire, more than this frame. But it's still pretty interesting, right? So, let me show you. Okay, there's the front of the Bird of Mire. Come on, camera focus, there you go. And this is the back. He's shredding the bird. All right. Okay, Traveler, Slogurk, the Overslime. Duress is our, ooh, that is a really cool looking Duress. Wow. Definitely super different for this set. Yeah, look at that. So, yeah, if you have that many chains on you, I think you'd be Duress as well. Okay. All right, we have Insect Token. Excellent. Okay. Island 3/4. Faithful Mending. Ominous Roost. Our special card is the Hound Tamer. Okay, Bird of Mire again. Harvest Tide. Okay, Poppet Stitcher. One of the mythics in this set. It's definitely interesting. Whenever you cast an instant sorcery spell, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token with Decayed. So basically, Decayed means that the zombie can't block. When it attacks, sacrifice it at the end of combat. So it's kind of like a one-use zombie that you can't really block with and you have to attack with. So it's a little bit weaker than a 2/2 normal zombie. But you know, whenever you cast instant sorcery, you can make one of those. It's nice. And of course, at the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 3 or more creatures tokens, you may transform the Stitcher into. So let's find out because I'm so too far already. The Poppet Factory. So what is the Poppet Factory? Creature tokens, okay, focus. Here we go. Creature tokens you control lose all abilities and have base power, toughness 3 and 3. So this makes it so that your decay zombies no longer decay. And at the beginning of your upkeep, you may transform Poppet Factory back into the Stitcher. So Stitchers makes these zombie tokens and the factory just makes them stronger. So pretty useful. All right. Okay, Play the Fire, special frame is the Witch, Duty, Watch, Malevolent Hermit. The Hermit's really good too. Basically, it's a you know, 1 blue tap, no tap, sack the Hermit, counter target spell. The reason you do that is because it has a disturb cost. So disturb basically is its ability where basically you can cast this card from the graveyard for its disturb cost. And then you cast it on the flip side. So then it comes back as a flying non-creature spells you control can't be countered. So basically it's great for preventing other people from countering your stuff. Pretty useful card. Pretty neat as well. Yeah, in Innistrad, graveyard or death is not the end is kind of the theme here. So they really playing that to the nth degree. Lier, Disciple of the Drowned, is our mythic, and we have a Morning Patrol as our foil. All right. Okay, this Larder Zombie. Okay, Unnatural Moonrise, Clear Shot, Tireless, Bird of Mire, Ecstatic Awakener, another Bird of Mire, Unnatural Growth is our rare, and Kasich is our foil, and we have a Sleep as our list card. Okay, so we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're already at 5 mythics, but I have a feeling, even though we have 2 packs left, I think we can go for a 6th. I have a feeling. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. 1, 2. Okay. Tireless. This guy. Launch. Egg. And the Sacred Fire. And a add card. All right. Last pack. I guess technically with if we count the Chroma's Memorial being mythic as well, then we did hit 6, but I'm not going to count that one. I have faith that we can hit something else. 1, 2, here we go. Vision of Duplicity, at least is one more rare. Veteran, okay. Castaway, and yeah, there we go. Bloodthirsty Adversary is our mythic number. Is that 7? 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. 6 mythic box, not bad. Or 7 if you count the Chroma. So again, set boosters, they are what they are. By the way that Wizards looking to kind of mass produce these, they are here to stay. So just be aware of that. If you don't like these things, then I guess if you're a player of Magic, at the very minimum, think about how these are going to help with price, basically allowing for cards that are played in standard and other formats to be cheaper. So that's actually not a bad thing that they're pumping a lot of these kind of cards in there. So between the collective booster and the set boosters, a lot more of these things are goes on the market, which is nice. So that if that's any consolation for you. All right. Cool. Anyways, this is Mark from Solar Games. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you again in the next video.